channel. I'm Tanya and this is my husband Dion.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a name reveal video. So our baby has been born for 3 months now. He's 3 months old. And I keep getting a lot of questions about what his name is, and I haven't updated you guys here on YouTube. So today's video is finally his name reveal video. But before we tell you guys his name, we're going to go through the list of names that we kind of threw around and played around with throughout my pregnancy. So to start off with some names that we considered, or a name that we considered, mostly me. While on my TTC journey, I just knew that I would name my son Kayan. And I love the name Kayan, and I think I'm pronouncing it right. I went searching for names that were associated to our African ancestry according to our ancestry results. And both of us had high percentages of our DNA come back for Nigerian, so I wanted to find a Nigerian name that had like a name meaning that was significant to us. So the name Kayan, I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's a Yoruba name. I think I'm saying this right, and it's Kayan. I wasn't too sure though when it came time to actually name him if I was pronouncing the name right for it to have that name meaning. And I don't know any Nigerian people who speak Yoruba to tell me or confirm for me that it meant Kayan. So I didn't use that name, but it means long-awaited child. And I thought it was perfect because he was long awaited. We had a long TTC journey if you're new here. So I thought that name was perfect. So I just knew that that would be his name. But then Dion couldn't say it right either. And then I didn't have anybody to confirm the pronunciation and meaning for me. So I decided not to go with that name. The next name, I'm going to let Dion tell you because this is a name he came up with. And it was a hard no from me.
I didn't know what to really go over. I was just thinking that one of the names that came up was Boss, and I don't know. No. I was just
y'all, when he told me this name, sorry, hold on.
Oh,
you done?
Man.
So when he came home with this, he was like, "Oh, I came up with a name. We already been calling the baby Bo, so I think this will work and all this stuff. So I'm just waiting for this name." And then he was like, "Boss," like mic drop, and I was like, "No, absolutely not." Another name that Dion came up with was Trey.
Yeah.
He liked the name Trey. I don't remember him bringing the name Trey to me. But it was one of your names.
I was saying that was just like he would have been like the third baby that we would have had, so I was just thinking of that. So that's all, just like Trey.
Oh, you didn't explain? I don't remember that at all.
Shout at Pimp. You don't listen to me.
I don't remember that at all.
You know.
That was better than the rest of them.
It ain't too late to change it.
Oh no, his name is what it is. The next name Dion came up with was Tion, which was a blend of our names, Tanya and Dion, but I wasn't really feeling that one. It's not a bad name, but we didn't choose that one. And then the name that you all know our baby as is Bo, and that was also on the table for us. I love the name Bo. I think it's a sweet little name. I like the name meaning. I've seen handsome and gentleman as the name meaning for Bo, B-E-A-U. And yeah, we still call him Bo. All of his personalized items have Bo all on it. So his nickname is Bo because we've been used to calling him that, and I mean our family calls him that too. The next name that I liked, this was one that both of us liked, was Cash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you said, I asked you when I was searching names, and I said, how do you like the name Cash? And you said you liked it, so it was on the table.
It was cool.
The name Cash was on the list for us as well. The next name was what I thought for sure his name was going to be. I called Dion while he was at work about this name here. I love it to death. The name is Legend. I love the name Legend for him. You keep... Sorry. You done? I thought it was the cutest name ever. I thought it was different and unique enough. I didn't want him to have something super common. I called Dion at work once the name came to me. I was like, oh my God, his name was going to be Legend. And Dion wasn't 100% with it. But I like the name because when you think of legendary, people think about like artists or actors or famous people and stuff like that. But legend, the word, came from stories of saints. And, you know, usually the stories that they told of saints were miraculous in nature. And so I thought that that was fitting for him because he is our miracle baby. I was told that I would not be able to have children at one point, and then I was told that I wouldn't be able to have children without medical assistance. And then we ended up conceiving on our own. So I thought Legend was quite fitting for him because of our story.
Yeah,
and so,
it almost grew on me.
Yeah, I love the name Legend for that reason, because legendary stories are usually miraculous in nature, and his story is miraculous. He all done. The next name that I loved but Dion hated.
Don't put that on me.
You did. You did not like this name, and you won't tell me really. You didn't give me a good reason why. But the name that I liked was Cairo. And I love the name Cairo because it meant victorious. And I thought that that was also fitting for him, as he's our rainbow baby. He's our, you know, victorious one. He was able to stick with me and stay nestled in, you know. So I love the name Cairo for him. And Dion did not like it at all. You knew people named Cairo?
No.
I like the name Cairo, like Cairo, Egypt. I loved it, and I thought that that would be his name at one point. And nope.
Once again, she called me at work and said, "I got it."
Another name.
What you think about Emmanuel? I hung up the phone. Oh no.
I had never.
Oh no.
Don't be offensive. Somebody might be Emmanuel watching.
I'm sorry.
I like the name Emmanuel because it means God is with us. And I was listening to a sermon, and I was listening to Pastor Furtick, if you follow Elevation Church, and he was talking about Emmanuel, and he said it, like Emmanuel means God is with us and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I love that. And I know people named, I know one Emmanuel, actually. And I had never considered the name, but I thought it was a nice enough name to give my son. But he knows people named Emmanuel. So it was a no for him. Because he associates it with other people. Yeah.
They cool though. What up, man? Email. Yeah.
So the last name that we're going to share was a name Dion gave me actually the day before he was born, because up until he was born, we didn't know exactly what his name would be. Dion came back from deployment on emergency leave, and what was the name you gave me?
Cass.
Cass. C-A-S-S. And you wanted to explain?
Well, my baby sister, her name was Cassandra. She passed away at 10 months. You know, it was one of those things where, you know, I have a baby or whatever the case may be. I wanted to incorporate that name.
Honor her.
Yeah. So I was just like, you know, what about Cass?
C-A-S-S.
C-A-S-S.
I like the name Cass.
Yeah.
And
so
what did it mean?
Treasurer, ingenious.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, clever, original. So
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like the name Cass for him too. When it came down to him coming out, that's when we literally made the decision on his name. And actually, I asked Dion what, because everybody in the delivery room were like, "What's his name gonna be?" And we were like, "We don't know yet. Let's wait for him." So once he was
so his name was Boy.
Yeah,
What's
his
that,
name is
Bird song. What was Bird? What was that movie with Sandra Bullock?
I forgot the name.
Boy.
Yeah. Boy, girl. Boy. So everything had his name as Boy for a long time on it, on his paperwork and stuff in the hospital. When he was born, they asked us, so he's here now, what is his name? And it was like everybody was holding their breath waiting to see which one we would pick, because it came down to Bo or the name we actually picked, which is Lux.
Yeah.
His name is Lux, Lux, and it means light. And I love it. I figured it would be his name when I was driving to the bank one day and it randomly popped into my head and I started crying thinking about my baby having a name and then his name being Lux. And Lux is Latin for light. And I thought it was fitting because he is the light of our life, of course, but it was like this is the end of a long, dark journey that we have been on, our long infertility journey. And, I felt like, he's the light at the end of the tunnel for us. I love the name Lux. So when he was born, myself, along with the rest of the staff, the hospital staff, looked at Dion like, what's his name gonna be? And Dion decided on Lux because it was down between Lux and Bo. And I love it. So we have baby Lux here, and he is the sweetest thing. He is definitely my light, my everything. Baby. Yeah, so that's his name. His name is Lux, and we love it.
You want to share his middle name?
Yeah, his middle name is on you.
That's right. I never wanted to have a baby and have a junior. I thought that was trash. I wanted to have his own name or whatever the case may be. However, that was one of the ways I ended up snatching her up because you used to like the name Dion, right?
Yeah, I liked the name Dion as a kid. When I would think about my kid's name, it would be, I like the name Dion for a boy.
Why
and
you
then
like
I
it?
met the name because I was a Cowboys fan. I am a Cowboys fan.
Trash.
And Deion Sanders was the man back in the day.
You see the
and
Falcons?
I love that name.
Yeah. When he played for the Falcons, you hear me?
His name is Lux Dion, and it's of course Dion after his dad, which was funny because people thought they think that your first name is Dion. It's not.
Yeah.
You guys, he doesn't like really sharing his first name, but we call him Dion, but it's his middle name, so they share a middle name, Dion.
Yeah.
People was like, why can't he just be Dion Jr.? And I was like, I mean, he would be a junior if we named him Dion because it's not your first name.
Yeah.
But his name is Lux Dion, and Dion is after his dad. So I like his name. It's short and sweet, and
it's different.
It's very unique.
You won't hear nobody with that name. It's almost like you got a nickname.
Yeah, for a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was another thing for me. I wanted his name to be very unique. But a cool little unique name.
Yeah.
I didn't want nothing made up either. Like he came up with Tion. I wanted his name to have meaning, but I also wanted a unique name. But I didn't want something too unique and outlandish either. When I looked at like name board things, his name was like number 5,000 in the rankings. Like. His name is like number 5,000, so it's like very unique. It's not popular here in the U.S. And I did do stuff like search his name. If you ever use like the Glow app for pregnancy and stuff, I searched his name in the message boards to see what other people thought of it. And, it was kind of like you either hated it or you loved it. That's how it was kind of split. It was like no in between for people. I don't really know how other people really feel about his name. Once he was born and we started sharing his name, I got mostly like, well, what does that mean? Or how did you come up with that? But nobody has said anything ugly to me about it, which I appreciate. I don't care anyway because I love the name.
Yeah.
It literally brought me to tears when I would think about it as a name for him. So that was like, it said a lot for me when it came to like Lux being his name. So yeah, I like it a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our baby's name.
Yeah.
Everybody kept asking. But this is baby Lux.
Yeah.
And he is my everything, our everything. And he loves breastfeeding with his mama. So
That's right. Representing the A-Town
Yeah, he has his little Atlanta Falcons onesie on.
Yeah.
So from here on out, in the vlogs and stuff, you guys will hear us using his name. But we still call him Bo too, so it'll be a mixture of the two, so don't be confused. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys so much again also for being patient with us while we have adjusted to our lives as parents and respected our decision to just enjoy our baby and stuff. We really do appreciate that. Yes, Dion has an afro now because of Corona, but we're gonna be vlogging and sharing more of us and him, and then I'll also do a sit-down video explaining like more of what's been going on and stuff, and do of course like a postpartum update and all that stuff for you guys too, so make sure you're looking out for that. I think that's it though. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.